There are thousands of games you can play at Gen Con. Tabletop games, role-playing games, all types, big publishers, small publishers. This video is going to focus on some of the indie publishers. Here at Party Tales, we create video content, but we also produce our own games. We're a little small indie publishing company. We have Time Lancers in our game Party Tales, and I'm a member of the Indie Game Developer Network. And here are some other games from the members of IGDN that are going to be available at Gen Con. Some of these games are from publishers that will have their own booth, and we'll have all the information for everyone down in the description below. But then a lot of these will also be at the IGDN booth, which is booth 132. You have Eldritch Automata from Gehenna Gaming at booth 3054. It's an immersive cosmic horror mech experience inspired by anime, action horror films, psychological horror films, and other favorite RPGs. Gehenna Gaming is also having a big event on Sunday at 1 p.m. for Eldritch Automata, which you can find out the link in the description below. And we also made a video about events that are going to be at Gen Con, and you can also watch that video, link in the description below. Good Soup is an accessible GM-less RPG where players are woodland creatures gathering ingredients to make soup to heal weary travelers. Great for those looking to try out a TTRPG. Actions are determined by eating actual soup or rolling dice as an alternative, and the book comes with a soup recipe in the back. Chew, the role-playing game. It's an ENnie award-winning game. It's a foodie crime drama based on the best-selling Image comics. This will be available at booth 458. Once Upon a Freakin' Time. Eerie Games booth is 2232. It's an irreverent, nightmarish TTRPG of twisted childhood magic. Once Upon a Freakin' Time is a darkly whimsical tabletop role-playing game where players take on the roles of lost souls trapped in childlike bodies, struggling to escape a magical world that feeds on nostalgia, fear, and forgotten dreams. How Many What is the ridiculous party game of absurd comparisons. Anyone can play. Simply guess the size of one thing measured in something completely random and compare your answers to the other players. How Many What designer Matt Fantastic will also be at the Miniature Market booth 541 on Friday from 11 to 5 p.m. personally demoing the game. Capers Expanded. It's a supplement for Capers featuring new superpowers, a life path, character creation system, and expanded GM tools including setting information for Denver and San Francisco during the Roaring 20s. Nerdburger will also have Slay to Win, a hybrid monster fighting, light role-playing fantasy card game where you need to work together to defeat the monsters, but make sure you're the one to score the killing blow to win the game. Fragging Unicorns will have Subversion, a cyberpunk fantasy tabletop RPG where players become envoys, agents of their communities, resisting oppressive systems through magic, cybernetics, and solidarity in the sprawling, tumultuous city of Neo-Babylon. Fragging Unicorns will also have Misspent Youth. You play as rebellious teens in a dystopian world fighting against the forces of authority and oppression that are trying to break your spirit, or turn into one of them yourself. Spilled Coffee creators will have Companions. In this game, inspired by video games like Baldur's Gate 3 and Dragon Age, you play as the companions who get left behind at camp while the hero goes off adventuring. There's Navadem's End. It's a role-playing game that takes place in a dazzling, chaotic, broken world where you're the last line of defense versus all mayhem breaking loose. Will you be able to stay true to your name when trouble arises? Masks of Power for 5e. Masks of Power is a supplement for the world's greatest role-playing game that allows you to harness the powers of the creatures you defeat, breathe fire like a dragon, or grow to the size of a giant, but beware of the influence using such abilities can have on you. 10 Star Games will have Partners. Partners is a unique storytelling game for two players from award-winning designer Steve D. Players take on the roles of detectives hot on a murder case each session of play. Instead of players trying to discover a plot created by a GM or freeform a solution, random card draws slowly reveal which suspects are in play and what kind of clues they provide. Only when the final card is drawn in the final scene will the detectives and the players know who did it. Rebel Scum 2nd Edition from 9th Level Games, a cinematic TTRPG of action figures and punching Nazis in the face. Rebel Scum tells the story of how scrappy anti-fascist heroes can fight back against the government with unlimited power. Inspired by love for a certain line of 3 3/4 inch action figures, this TTRPG invites you to imagine cinematic space drama of your very own. 9th Level Games will also have Sente and Sensibility, Regency role-playing of Rangers and Romance. You play gentlefolk, gentry in a British Regency that never was. Your life is country parties, social dances, and strolls on the promenade in a new dress, until a kaiju appears and ruins the afternoon. You and your Sente of Rangers will transform into a unit of suited heroes. Each week you will defend society from the monstrous organization known as the Syndicate, who never seem to take your social engagements into account before attacking. It's hard to find a suitable spouse when you are always punching things from inside your giant mech. There are over 100 games in the IGDN inventory, so that's only a few of the things that are going to be available at Gen Con, either at their booth or at the different booths for the different publishers. Plus, IGDN has their own room, ICC 243, that's dedicated to all of their events. Tickets are still available for some of them. Check it out on Gen Con's website and in the link in our description below. Plus, if you're a game designer yourself and you're interested in finding out more information about the Indie Game Developer Network, there's going to be a seminar on Thursday at 2 p.m. in the Stadium and Meeting Room 8. Thanks for watching this preview video. This is only a few of the thousands of games that are going to be there, so we highly recommend that you explore all of the exhibit hall, all the events on Gen Con's website. Check out the events in the link in our description below. And as always, if you're enjoying our content, please like this video, subscribe to our channel. I'm Kenny, go party like a board gamer.